Hello guys, it's the Global Online Math Tutor, and today I'm going to talk about the Pythagorean Theorem. So before you watch this video, I want you to watch the other video I made about how to identify the hypotenuse of a triangle. So remember, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. Watch that video because that is critical in order to be able to solve, in order to understand the Pythagorean Theorem. So watch that video, then come back to the Pythagorean, then watch this Pythagorean theorem video, okay? So here, this is what we have. So what's the Pythagorean theorem, okay? This is a right triangle. Remember, a right triangle is a triangle where the angle here is 9 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So this box right here is 9 degrees. And what we have is this is a right triangle, and let's refer to, let's A be the length of one of the short sides, and let B refer to the length of the other short side. And let C represent the length of the longer side. Okay, the C is basically the longer side is the hypotenuse. Remember, the hypotenuse is the longer side, right, of the right triangle. The longest side, the hypotenuse is the longest side of the triangle. So C represents the length of the hypotenuse. Okay. So now the Pythagorean theorem says that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Okay, so let's do an example to illustrate the Pythagorean theorem. So here, just remind you that the purpose of the Pythagorean theorem, I just forgot, is to help you. What's the purpose of it? Is to find the missing length of a right triangle. It could be used to find one of the lengths of the short. It could be used to find the hypotenuse or one of the short sides. Okay, so that's what it is. It's just there to find the missing side of right triangle. Okay, so here's the example. And here what we want to do is find the missing length to the nearest 10. So here we know the short sides, which is 3 and 7. And what we want to know is we want to find the length of the longest side. The longest side is the hypotenuse. So we want to find the length of the hypotenuse. So let's talk about it here in this video about, so what do we know? So what do we know? What do we know? Well, we know the shorts. We know the short sides. Okay, so we know the short side. So we know what the value of A and B is, right? So here A is 3 and B is 7. Okay, and notice that you can call A could be 7 and B could be 3. You can interchange you can interchange the two because A and B are just refers to and the lengths of any of the short sides. Okay, so you can say A could be 7 and B could be 3. So now we know the lengths of the short sides. What we want to know is what is the length of the hypotenuse. So we don't know that. We don't know that. That's what we're going to find. So that's what was missing here. So C is what we're trying to find. So that's why I'm going to put a question mark here. So that's what we want to find. So now what we need to do is use the Pythagorean theorem. So Pythagorean theorem. So the Pythagorean theorem says C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Okay. So what we're going to do is replace A with 3 and B with 7. So we're going to get A is going to be 3. So 3 squared. And we're going to replace B with 7. So 7 squared. Okay. Okay. So now what is 3 squared? Well, 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And 7 squared is going to be 7 times 7, which is 49. Okay. And so 3 squared is going to be 9. And then don't forget the plus here. And 7 squared is going to be 49. And don't forget the C squared. So I'm going to put C squared here, and I'm going to put C squared here. So now C squared is going to be, so now what's 9 plus 49? It's going to be 58. Okay. Now, we have this exponent 2 here. This exponent 2, right? That's that small number. So in order to get rid of that 2, what we're going to do is take the square root of this in order to get rid of this exponent 2. But if I square root the left-hand side, right? If I square root the left-hand side, I must also square root the right-hand side, okay? So what it's going to look like is I'm going to write this as square root, here's c squared, but if I square root the left-hand side, I must also square root the right-hand side, okay? So what happens? Well, the exponent 2, let me write this a better way because I know it's a little bit messy, so let me write it nicer. Here's the exponent 2, and here's the square root. So notice that this exponent, you have the square root and the exponent 2, so they cancel each other out, so you're going to get leftover c. And now what is the square root of 58? Well, the square root of 58 is, if you calculate in your calculator, so the square root of 58 is going to be 7.615773106. Now we want to round to the nearest tenth, so it's going to be approximate. It's going to be 7.6. So 7.6. Since we're approximating the answer, we're going to put a dot above the equal sign. This refers to approximate. Okay. So I hope you liked this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and write in the comments below what you want to see next. Write if you have any feedback that you want to give to me. Write in the comments below. And if you're a high school student and you need help with math or statistics, please email me. My email is in the description below. I can also help students I can help IB students as well and AP students as well. So may the math force be with you. And your homework for today is to watch season 1 and season 2 of One Punch Man. One Punch Man is awesome. It is better than Dragon Ball Super. Not as good as Dragon Ball Z, but better than Dragon Ball Super. So, so bye guys. So that's your homework for tonight. Bye guys.